Asylum in Greece. Applying for asylum on the Greek mainland. The regular procedure. This film describes the procedure of applying for asylum if you are subject to the regular procedure in Greece and arrived in Greece from the land border and are on the Greek mainland. Please note that the procedures for people who arrive by sea and are placed in one of the hotspots on the islands of Chios, Lesbos, Leros, Kos, Samos and Rhodes are different. Please see our series of 4 films which explain the procedures for those arriving to the islands by the sea border on our website or on our YouTube channel. The procedures are also different if you are applying for asylum from detention, applying for asylum as an unaccompanied minor. Please see our website for more information. If you have left your home country due to war or persecution and are in Greece, you have the right to ask for asylum. To make use of this right, you have to apply for asylum at the Greek Asylum Service. Asylum is only granted under certain conditions. The Greek Asylum Service examines whether your application fulfills these conditions. You will only be given asylum if the Greek Asylum Service believes that you left your country because of war or persecution. But what exactly is persecution? Persecution means your life is in danger, or you have been facing degrading or inhuman treatment, but the state in your homeland does not or cannot protect you. People can be persecuted because they belong to a particular ethnic group, because of their religion, because of their political activities, because of their skin colour, their sex, or their sexual orientation. There are 3 steps to applying for asylum under the regular procedure on the mainland. Step 1. Pre-registration. Step 2. Full registration. Step 3. The asylum interview. If you are on the mainland in Greece and have not yet pre-registered, you can apply for asylum by contacting the Greek Asylum Service via Skype. Skype is an internet call application. The time and day you can call the Asylum Service through Skype is based on your nationality and native language. You can use your personal devices, an internet cafe, or ask for the locally operating NGOs that provide free PC and internet connection. It can be difficult to connect to the Skype service. It might take several efforts to connect, so please be patient and do not give up. During your Skype call, the Asylum Service will ask you for your name and other personal information. It is at this stage you should mention that you wish to join another family member in another European country under the Family Reunification Scheme. To check if you are eligible for family reunification, please see our website. If there are several members of your family, please make sure they are present during the Skype call, as the Asylum Service will take pictures of each family member. During your Skype call, the Asylum Service will also issue a pre-registration number to each member of your family. Do not lose this number. They will tell you the date and location of your full registration appointment, which is the second step in your application. They will tell you where to collect your pre-registration card. You can find the Skype schedule on the Greek Asylum Service website at www.asylo.gov.gr. Be aware that the times allocated by language for Skype can be subject to change, so please check the schedule before calling. During your Skype call, you will be told when you can collect your pre-registration card from the asylum office. You will be fingerprinted when you collect your pre-registration card. Keep this card safe. Do not lose your card and do not give it to anyone else. Pre-registration gives you certain rights. You can live legally in Greece until the Asylum Service has made a decision on your asylum claim. You can move freely in Greece. You can access the cash programme. Your children can go to school. You are entitled to stay in a camp or accommodation on the mainland for free. It is really important to mention at the earliest and at every stage of your application if you are vulnerable. Who is considered vulnerable? Unaccompanied minors, handicapped persons, or people suffering an uncured or serious illness, elderly persons over 65, pregnant women or women who have recently given birth in the last 3 months, single-parent families with children under 18 years old, victims of torture, rape, or other kinds of psychological, physical or sexual assault or exploitation, persons with post-traumatic syndromes, especially survivors or relatives of victims of shipwrecks, victims of human slavery or trafficking, people with a Syrian passport, even if it is expired, or Palestinians with travel documents issued in Syria may also be prioritised by the Greek Asylum Service under the fast-track process. To register, use the Skype option asylum.service.syria. You can also watch the film Fast Track on the Greek Asylum Service website for more information. Step 2. Full registration. On the Greek mainland, your full registration appointment is the next and second step to lodging your asylum claim. At your full registration appointment, you will make your formal claim for asylum. You will briefly tell a caseworker why you are asking for asylum. You will give your fingerprints, if you didn't already give them during pre-registration. Children under 14 years of age are not fingerprinted. The Asylum Service will determine if your application is for family reunification or asylum in Greece. The Asylum Service will not make a final decision on your case at this appointment. You will get a full registration card. Do not lose this card and do not give it to anyone else. The date of your appointment for full registration depends on the language you speak, the date you entered Greece as stated on your police note, whether you are applying for asylum in Greece or family reunification, whether you are classed as vulnerable under Greek law. Your full registration appointment with the Greek Asylum Service is very important. Occasionally, the Asylum Service changes appointment dates. If they change your date, they will call you, so it is really very important to make sure the Asylum Service always has your current address and phone number. Do not miss your full registration appointment. If you do, the Asylum Service may consider that you are not interested in the continuation of the examination of your application and terminate your application. On the day of your appointment, go with all your family members to the asylum office at the requested time in the morning. You may bring a lawyer, a psychologist or a social worker with you to your full registration appointment. For unaccompanied minors between the ages of 15 and 18, please see the information on our website for minors. You may make your own appointments for your asylum application, or the Greek authorities will do it for you. At the full registration appointment, the Asylum Service caseworker will briefly ask you about the reasons you are claiming asylum, why you are afraid to go back to your home country, and will need details for you and your family's personal information. At this stage, the Asylum Service will also decide if you are eligible for family reunification. The Asylum Office will provide you with an interpreter free of charge in the appropriate language. The interpreter is only allowed to translate what you say at the appointment. If you don't understand the interpreter or don't trust him or her, say so, even if it feels difficult. Please say during pre-registration of your application if you have reasons to prefer a caseworker or an interpreter of a particular sex. Any information you share is confidential. No one is allowed to share anything you say. If you have a passport, you have to submit it to the Greek Asylum Service. You will get a receipt that says your passport is with the Asylum Service. It will be kept in your file until the Greek Asylum Service is finished with your claim. At your full registration, you will be given your full registration card. Do not lose your card. Carry your card with you wherever you go. Take pictures of your card and all your documents on your mobile phone and send them to yourself in case of loss. If it is lost or stolen, you must immediately inform the Asylum Service and the police before applying for a new one to be issued, which will take some time. After your full registration appointment, you must stay in Greece. It is important to prepare for your full registration appointment. You can prepare by ensuring you have all your documents, as not bringing them could delay your application. Step 3. The Asylum Interview. After full registration, you will get an invite from the Greek Asylum Service with an appointment for your asylum interview. The date should also be on your full registration card on the top right-hand corner of the card. Do not miss this appointment, or your asylum application will need to start again, and in some cases, the Asylum Service will assume you have withdrawn your application unless proven otherwise. If your application is terminated, it will be very difficult to continue, as you will first need to provide the Asylum Service with documents and reasons for continuing, or you will need to justify why you missed your appointment and didn't inform them in time. Even if the Asylum Service judges your claim is admissible, the procedure will start all over again, meaning very long delays. At the asylum examination interview, a Greek Asylum Service employee will listen to your story carefully and ask you questions in order to understand why you left your country of origin and what would happen to you if you return there. Then the Asylum Service will decide whether you fulfill the criteria in order to recognise you as a refugee. To understand what happens at the asylum interview and to help you to prepare, we have another film. Please see our website and our films on our YouTube channel. If your application for asylum is rejected, or if you get subsidiary protection, and you believe that you should get full refugee status, you can appeal the decision with the Appeals Authority. The Appeals Authority will make a final decision on your claim. The appeal must be submitted in the timeframe given in your written decision. Make sure you understand how long you have to appeal. The Greek state is obliged to offer you the services of a lawyer in order to help you to appeal this decision. If a lawyer is not provided, ask at the Asylum Service so that you can benefit from free legal aid. If your claim is rejected by the Appeals Authority, you can still, under certain conditions, appeal the decision before the courts. For more information about the appeal process, please see our website. Please note that these procedures are subject to change at any time. Asylum is complicated. Whenever you have questions, look for help and advice.